Okay, this is the water meter and pressure test video, but we're also going to cover shut-off valves, clean-out valves, some lawn sprinkler stuff, and end up with another little note about grading and drainage, my favorite subject. This is an analog meter. The water meter is out here in the parkway between the sidewalk and the curb, and that's fine. It's been sitting there for a while. The Pro Coder times 0.01, the flow indicator, has not moved. Wait a minute. Let's study this for a little bit. See the last digit on the right? It's moving 4. What are you doing to us? We've got a water leak. Come on, we don't have all day. We don't have a water leak? Okay, I cannot determine. It's past the water meter test. Now we're going to jump up, kind of save some steps. Economy of motion. On the other side of the sidewalk, this is the check valve for the lawn sprinkler system. And you know, it's new. We don't expect any problems, and I'm not finding any. You can reach your hand around and service it. The floor's lined with gravel. Handle's too young to rust. This is the main water. These are isolation valves. This is the main water shutoff valve to the lawn sprinkler system. It's a relatively recent requirement, but it is a requirement, and you do have it, so it's not a problem. Let me go back to the water meter and water pressure test. We're looking for between 40 and 80 psi. I've recently learned that the codes have been, Trek requirements as well, have been rewritten, and the 40 disappeared. I don't know where it went. The 80 is still there. You can have too much water pressure. And it's to me like we got about 79 psi. We're going to let that sit for a little while. Sometimes it creeps up, sometimes it creeps down. We're supposed to wait for about 15 minutes. So we're going to let that sit. Just shy of 79 psi for the time being. In this flower, this is the front portico, home faces south, east flower bed. This is the main water shutoff valve to the house. Now it'd be nice if that was excavated like the lawn sprinkler system in line with gravel. It'd be real nice, but not required. Probably still bake it into the report anyway, because I like my best practices. These two brown caps have been painted. These are the main sewer cleanouts. You take your auger, rotor rooter, snake, call it what you will, bring it into this one, it curves and it goes into the house, and you take care of any problems there. This one, same thing, auger, snake, rotor-rooter, and it goes out that way towards the street. We don't have a dead spot in the middle. That's called a double clean out. Now, I'm not that excited about the main water shutoff valve not being, the box not being excavated, because over here, inside the garage, again, home faces south, garage north interior wall, here's another main water shutoff valve. So that one shuts off the water even before this one, and this one shuts off all the rest of the water, all the house. So if you have an emergency, this is probably where you're going to want to go first anyway. And this handle is parallel with the pipe. That means that the water's on. I just turned off all the water to the house, just like that. That easy. Perpendicular is off. Parallel is on. So we're going to move on along here for just a moment as the water clean out. We see that our zones are labeled in the lawn sprinkler system. We do have a care and use manual for the lawn sprinkler system. We do have a receiver. And we do have a weather sensor someplace. I remember seeing it. There it is. There's our weather sensor. And the first time we were introduced to the weather sensor there, we were also introduced to this concept of grading and drainage. This is a 6-foot stick. This is called a level. There's a level bubble. That's not drainage. It does not meet the definition of drainage.